No Chill Sports is an unapologetic, high-energy sports show where opinions fly fast and facts hit hard. The views and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the hosts and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or partners. Content may include passionate debates, bold predictions, and unfiltered takes that some viewers may find intense or controversial. Listener discretion is advised. If you're looking for chill, this ain't the place.
Hold up, why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets, cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here and stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no.
Welcome in to the Bayou Recap. It's Aunt Marshall here alongside my guy, Big Chris. And this is the first episode of the 2026 high school football season of the Bayou Recap, where the passion runs as deep as the Mississippi and every play echoes through the heart of Louisiana. From Friday Night Lights to Superdome Sundays, we break down the best of the boot. This is where Louisiana sports live, breathe, and roar. What's going on, Chris? How you doing, brother? Oh. There we go.
I can't complain, buddy. How you doing, man?
Oh, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. Ready to talk some high school football, man. I know it's seemed like it's been forever since we was in New Orleans at the Superdome watching some of the best games we saw last year. Instant classics, great rivalry matchups, and now it's time to do it all over again here in 2026, man.
Yes, sir. It came fast too. I like it.
Yeah,
It's the only time you want.
It felt like it came fast, but it still felt like we had to wait a little while. You know what I
mean?
mean?
Yeah, we wait. It felt like a long wait, but this the only time I want time to move a little faster to get the football season. Other than that, I need to slow down a little bit more, man.
And once football season get here, I needed to slow down, so I can
Once it get here, slow down.
Yeah,
it can slow down right now. Right now, you can take your time. We'll ease into it.
That's right. Well, tonight we have a special show for y'all. We're gonna break down who we think are the top 10 teams in each of the divisions in the LHSAA this season. We're gonna go a little bit in depth on a few teams, but just kind of give you an overview of each of the divisions. But first, before we get into it, we're gonna give y'all a ad from our sponsor, and then we'll be right back with that football talk.
Your brand deserves more than basic. It deserves bold. It deserves clean. It deserves Kelly Creations. From screen prints that pop, to embroidery that speaks volumes, to picture tees that tell your story, Donald D.K. Kelly does it all. Give him a call today at 225-202-2625 or shoot him an email at kellycreations225@gmail.com. That's KELLYKREATIONS 225@gmail.com. And don't forget to tell them No Chill Sports sent you. Kelly Creations. Nobody does it better.
All right, we're back. So it's time to get into it. And I think we'll start with Division 4 and then work our way up to the bigger schools if that's good with you, Chris.
That's fine with me, buddy.
All right, so here in Division 4, Number 10, South Plaquemine. Number 9, Logansport. Number 8, Westminster Christian. Number 7, Jeanerette. 6, OCS. 5, Ascension Catholic. 4, Oak Grove. Number 3, Mangum. Number 2, Riverside. And number 1, Haynesville. What stick out to you most on this list, Chris?
And what's sticking out to me right now is Oak Grove at that 4th spot. Oak Grove, we usually see them at 1 or 2.
Right.
I think Oak Grove come back this year. I think they finish the year at 1st or 2nd. I'm just not used to seeing Oak Grove out of the top 3. So it's really catching my eye right now. It got me interested, which I got to look into them more as the season come in. But I'm thinking Oak Grove going to be one of those top 2 teams we see at the end of the year. I just can't see them staying at the 4th spot. Just based off history. I think they finished the year to the top 2 spots. I almost can bet on it when it comes to Oak Grove in November. It's hard to win up there. They know how to win. They lost some heartbreaker in the playoffs last year. They kind of got was that St. James they got them last year in the playoffs. I think it was St. James, and I don't think it was close. And I think they're gonna come back with a chip on their shoulder because they ain't play Oak Grove football last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, they dropping down in Division 2, going from Division 3 back down to Division 4. Which I think fits them a little bit better. We know the run they went on with Jackson Bradley at quarterback, playing for 4 straight championships and all that. Last year was kind of a rebuilding year, but if it's one thing Oak Grove gonna do is they're gonna reload under Coach Gregory up there. And I'm with you. I think they'll definitely be in the mix for a state championship. When I look at this list, I can't help but see it's a good mix of select and non-select.
Right.
We go through some of these other rankings, you'll kind of see how one side might dominate the rankings more than the other. But on this one, it's pretty balanced. You got the OCSs and Riversides, Westminster, Ascension Catholic, some of them schools that are kind of known to be powerhouses on that select side. Then you mentioned Oak Grove, you got Haynesville, Mangum, and a team that I was really kind of surprised with last year in Jeanerette. They got Big Red on that line, who got a few offers from some big schools already. I believe LSU is one of them. So I think their team you got to kind of keep an eye on. Logansport, solid team, very good defense. I think they'll be a team that kind of makes.
They're always in the mix. Yep.
And so
I'm glad to see back in the mix. It's been a while at South Plaquemine.
That's right.
We all know when South Plaquemine good, they're good.
Under the head former player too that they got running the program now, Loud Feet. So he knows what that South Plaque program is. Hell, he built the South Plaque program, partially with what he did as a player there. So he knows what it takes to win there. He knows that tradition of that program, and I think he'll have them a consistent championship contender year in and year out. But overall, when I look at this division, I think it's pretty balanced. And if you told me any team on this list won a state championship, it really wouldn't shock me. I think it's that balanced. I don't think there's really a favorite in on either side of the bracket in this division.
Yeah. It's a pretty top. It ain't just top heavy. It's a whole. The whole division is solid. It's a solid division. Kind of reminds me of the Catholic League when it comes to just their, their
top
district,
depth wise, top to bottom. I think we obviously we didn't really mention Haynesville, defending state champ.
Do we have to?
But they lost great Isaiah Washington going to LSU, but man, it's Haynesville.
It's Haynesville, man.
They'll be a problem. They as a matter of fact, week 1 taking on OCS, and then week 10.
To be honest, Haynesville is one of those teams. Them in Oak Grove is like the Alabama on the Saban. You ain't really got to mention them that much. They kind of there at the one spot. Who you gonna put over? Maybe Oak Grove. Maybe
say they got OCS and Kentwood on their schedule this year.
So see they going.
Find out.
They trying. That's what I like.
Yep. So let's move on to Division 3, and let's see what we have over there in Division 3.
Oh,
man.
Oh.
So we talked about the last Division 4 being balanced, select,
Right.
non-select. But when you look at this one, man, it's a lot of select teams,
It's
man.
some good teams up there, man.
This,
It's
this
some good
might
teams.
be this might be the toughest division in the state on the select side.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree because you got a Joel Sumner team, which is local to me,
Mm-hmm.
that pushed Calvary Baptist. Probably should have beat Calvary Baptist last year. They should have went to state last year. They lost a
Mm-hmm.
few people, but they coming back. They got some a majority of their guys coming back, and they're at 7. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a tilt. Then you got St. James, Dunham. Man, it just I don't see how you cannot like this top 10 right here. That
Yeah.
just it's just good top to bottom.
I think I mean, when you look at it, look how many teams last year was in the dome or in the semifinals last year.
Yeah.
St. Charles was in Division 2 last year. They dropped
Mm-hmm.
down right there with Dunham to finish state champs. Calvary was right there in the mix. U
Mm-hmm.
High, Knox Kiffin, and some of the
Yep.
transfers that they got in, including the running back from LCA. Loyola was one of the best quarterbacks in the state that nobody might have ever heard of. Bryce
Yeah.
Restovich over there.
Yeah.
And even number 10, Bunky,
Hunky.
like
Mm-hmm.
came out of nowhere.
In the
Nowhere
middle
had
of nowhere.
had probably their best season in my
Mm-hmm.
lifetime, probably. And then
Yeah.
they bring a whole bunch of those guys back, and now they kind of know what it's like to win. So I expect them to kind of
Did
take that
did
next step.
Bunky lose to Joel Sumner second round?
Yeah,
Was it Joel
Mhm.
Sumner they lost to? Yes. That was a good game too.
Yeah. So I mean, we didn't Notre Dame. Gina played for
Yeah.
a state championship last year against
Yep.
Sterlington.
That
So
veer offense, yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
think, and obviously St. James is St. James.
Yeah. St. James gonna
Going
be
to
good for the
Veteran,
next 2 years, man.
going to Veteran might be the hardest place to play in the state.
Them train horns, oh my god.
Like
Yeah,
that's
I went down there to watch my home high school play at St. James, and it's a beautiful field too. It's all flat land, turf, and their fans just they crazy about St. James. It's hard to win down there in November, man. You better
it's
bring
like
your earplugs too.
it's like a college atmosphere, man. Like
It is.
3 hours before the game, they out there tailgating. Everybody
Yep.
out there. It's insane the atmosphere there.
Mhm.
And like you mentioned, the noise, the train
The noise.
horns, and when that crowd get to rocking, it's gonna be a long night for you if you
Yes,
down there.
sir.
Vet. But another
Yes, sir.
Calvary Baptist, I want to touch on them real quick.
Oh yeah.
They get the quarterback back. They bring one of their receivers back. Few great guys on that defensive side of the ball. I know they lost a close one last year to Dunham in the
Mm-hmm.
state championship game, but I can see them being right back there in the mix
I
again
can
this
see
year.
them. I can see them back in the in New Orleans again. Like I said, they probably shouldn't have beat Jewel Sumner, but this is a 4 quarter sport, so they won fair and square. That receiver, I think that's the receiver over there at
Braylon
Calvary.
Hughlin, yes, sir.
He won the game for him. That he was the. I ain't gonna say he was all they had, but he definitely got him over the hump at the end, and
Yeah,
he solidified that win. So
yeah,
if he coming back, I didn't check on him. I think
yeah.
he
He's
is.
back. He's back.
He he coming back. I wouldn't be mad at somebody picking him to go to state.
Yeah, him,
But
him, and the quarterback back over there for Calvary.
I think you finna go on. Finna go next. So go ahead. We ain't gonna go too fast.
What you got? What you got?
I'll say that team at the top, St. Charles. Oh, bro. If any one of these teams want to win state, I think they got to go through them, and
Agreed.
they better have a perfect game. They
Mhm.
better wait till all the zeros on the clock to do anything. they I'm telling you, that's one of the most, besides Curtis and Carr, them three, St. Charles, Curtis, Carr, those some of the most well coached teams you'll ever see.
Yeah, yeah. St. Charles Catholic might not have the most talent on the field,
Mm-hmm.
but you gonna have to beat them because they're not gonna beat themselves.
Yep.
Let's go ahead on over to Division 2 and let's see what we got there. This is the one I was waiting
Yeah.
for. All right.
It's some good teams up on here too.
So besides my typo right there on Turlings, uh we got Neville at number
Hmm.
one, LCA at number two, Shaw, Sterlington, Turlings, Iowa, Westgate, Franklin Parish, North DeSoto, and Southside. I know
Yeah,
you used to
Southside
seeing
surprising.
Sterlington at number one when they
Mm,
was running Division Three.
yeah,
But now that they moved up and they got to play against some bigger schools like the Nevilles and like the Franklin Parish Ioways, do you see Sterlington making it to the dome or having a deep playoff run?
I think their ceiling is the quarterfinals until they get acclimated in the division. I think they
Yeah,
can later on down the line, but from them making that jump, which I thought they should have been up there, it's gonna be tough playing a team like Neville in November, which I think they can beat Neville. But are they gonna be able to beat Neville at Neville in November? I mean, man, you was talking off camera. Neville ain't been the same the last couple of years.
they
But
haven't in Division One. They haven't, but
in Division One, ain't it?
when they was in 4A or Division Two, whatever you want to call it,
Hmm.
we know what Neville was.
Right.
And
But I think,
now that they're back at that level, do you see Neville
mhm.
making it to the dome?
Yeah, I got Neville is one of the. I know anything can happen. But if I had to bet money, if Neville going to the dome dropping down, I think Neville is the best team in this division coming in. By them just dropping down from the 5A to the 4A, it's
Yeah,
Neville's to lose. They gotta win it. You gotta win the state championship this year if you Neville. You kind of got
yeah,
what you wanted. You back where you supposed to be. You know, with show us that you're gonna win a state championship. As far as Sterlington, I think they make the quarterfinals. I think they're ceiling this year, but I think Sterlington is getting bigger. They're growing. They eventually will start making some noise in 4A.
yeah. You got the defending state champs Iowa coming in at number six. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I, honestly, you can make the argument that they should be higher over uh, some of these other teams, but I mean, you got Shaw, who probably should have won a state championship, Sterlington, who
Yep.
won a state championship. We know what Neville is. So I mean, it's just a stacked division. And North DeSoto played for a state championship last year, lost to Iowa. Uh, they got a new quarterback, so I got to see what they look like
Yeah.
with this new quarterback starting. But the two teams surrounding them, Franklin Parish above them, they lose their quarterback as well. But
Mm-hmm.
they got arguably the best running back tandem in the state with DJ
Yeah.
Neal and Teddy Martin.
Trey Martin. Yep.
So I think they're gonna lean on that running game pretty heavily, and I think it can carry them in pretty good ways. The question to me is for Franklin Parish special teams, because last year they lost their playoff game because they went for two every time, couldn't kick a PAT. So
Yep.
have they solved that problem? And the last one I want to talk about before we get to Division One, you mentioned the growth Sterlington's having. What about Youngsville,
Southside.
man? Southside, bro. They
Yeah.
they got Curtis over there coaching
Yep.
formerly at
You can
Manning
tell.
and Academy Central. And I
Yep.
think midway through the season last year, something clicked with that team. Like they kind of bought into what he was trying to preach to them, and you saw the results from there. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that program is one that I could see it finishing in the top four, top five of this list by the season's
Yeah.
end if they keep that same trajectory going.
With Curtis over there, a good coach like that with good talent, you're gonna see a team like that come out of nowhere and start balling. I wouldn't be surprised either if you see them late in the semifinals in November, pushing for a
And
state championship soon.
yeah,
If not this year, soon.
and then Westgate might be the most talented team of all 10 of
Yeah.
these teams on the list when you talk about the D1 talent that they have on their roster. So they
Right.
can win it all too, because they might be or probably are the most talented team on this list. So
Yep.
it's gonna be a hell of a year in this division.
They
And
brought
this
Eugene over from
yeah,
they brought him over. So they added him, but a team I want y'all to look out for. Surpriser is they're really not a surprise. They're in the top five with Turlings. So you watch out for
yeah.
Turlings.
Mhm.
They gonna be making some
Cooper.
noise too in that division.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be them and Shaw might be the select championship right there. All
Uh-huh.
right, it's the one everybody waiting on, man. The big dogs,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
at the very top, we don't see Edna Carr. I think
Yep.
they're going for 30 some games straight,
Oh,
38 straight games.
yeah, something like that. It's up there.
Yeah, but we got him at number two.
Hmm.
You do you think Rustin is better than Edna Carr?
I wouldn't say better. I would say that Rustin can beat him. Like we don't have seen back to back years where we didn't think anybody can beat Ed in the car. But I think Rustin is a team that can go and beat Ed in the car. Just because Ed in the car lost a hell of a quarterback, they
Yep.
lost their running back. I know they're gonna reload, but that means a lot. Like when you lose people players like they lost. Um, we don't know. We kind of know what Rustin got. We know what Miles Hudson's still there. You know. We just got to see if we got to see Carr week 1, see who that QB is. I'm sure they're gonna be hitting on all cylinders. They're best coach team in the state. We just need to see how their quarterback look. But if I had to pick a team off the list that could beat Carr, it would be Ruston.
Yeah. I think Rustin, as good as they've been, 4 straight trips to the dome, this might be the most talented team Rustin's had under Jared
Wow,
Goff.
really? You think so?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
I mean, you got Ahmad Hudson, you got Dalen Powell. On the
Yeah.
other side, on the other side of the ball, you got Anding, you got Shamar Evans. They just loaded top to bottom on that team, man. And I know Corey is too. It's a reason why
Yep.
they're going for 27, 28 straight wins. But
Hmm.
I don't care who you are. If you send 18 kids in
Yeah.
college,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to replace them. If
Yeah.
anybody can, it's Edna Carr. But at
Right.
this point, before the season begins, if I'm looking roster versus roster, I gotta give the edge to Rustin because I think they're a little bit more proven with what they're putting on the field than what Edna Carr is.
Right. And
And
we kind of
speaking
know
of
what Ruston got.
exactly, speaking of what
Hmm.
playing Edna Carr close, nobody has played him closer than Catholic over the last few years.
Yeah.
Uh,
Catholic been on their heels. Yeah.
I mean, one possession games versus Edna Carr. So you got to put them right there in that mix with Rustin and Edna Carr.
Curtis.
John Curtis.
Yep. Curtis. Look out for Curtis.
It's like they're like a rash, man. Like no matter what,
Yeah.
they keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
every
don't care
year,
what division, whatever.
you can
You-
bury them. You can say they're too young. You can say whatever you want to say. They're gonna find
Mhm.
their way to be in the mix year in and
Mhm.
year out. Uh, I mentioned Franklin Parrish having the best running back tandem in the state. If anybody can push them for that title, it's Ash at number 5.
Yep.
With the 2 running backs that they have, Saint
You got
Aug,
a good QB too over there.
yeah, Ash, very good QB as well.
Mhm.
Saint Aug played for us
Mhm.
championship last year. They bring a lot of people back from that team that made it to the dome. I think they'll be pretty good. Maybe not make it back to the dome, but they'll be
Yeah.
in the quarters or semis. Number 7, we might have moved them up a little bit since they
I'd have put him over. I'd have put him over
landed
all.
Colton Nussmeyer in the transfer portal.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I forgot about
Lil,
that. They,
Lil Nussmeyer over there now, so I think they might be a little bit better than the number 17 with
mhm.
him at quarterback over there. And your guy at number 8,
Yep.
your
My
guy Pop.
favorite player, Pop Houston.
How
Pop
far can
Houston.
Pop take Evangel this year?
I think just with Pop, bro. Avenger got talent too.
Yeah,
Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if Avenger made it to the semifinals. I wouldn't be surprised they made a state championship with a player like Pop Houston on their team. You talking about a guy that I think the best quarterback in the country, but it don't matter what I think. I'm not a part of the rankings, but I think that guy is the best quarterback in the country. And I think a guy like that can lead a team to a state championship that might not have the same talent as these other guys. We done seen it before, you know. And with a guy like that calling the shots, man, you can make it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Pop, you know, they got to fix their defense though. You can't give up 50 points
Bingo.
and score 60.
Bingo.
You ain't gonna beat John Curtis like that. John Curtis is gonna stop you one time. You
Yeah,
know,
and I
he
think that's
stopped
the
you. You
problem.
know,
That's the problem with all of those teams over there from that Shreveport area, man.
Mhm.
They play arena football over there pretty much. Like Parkway
Right?
last year was like the only team that had a semblance of a defense, and that's why they
Yeah.
was able to win that district over there.
Right.
Zachary at number 9, they pretty much gonna be on this list somewhere every year. They like
Every
a
year.
factory at that point.
Hmm.
What Coach doing over there with Ethan Kimmy and those guys that they got,
Yeah.
they're gonna have an exciting offense year in and year out. This last spot could have went a few different ways, man.
Yeah.
But
I like this. I like that West Monroe though.
I I'm banking on Coach Dizer at West Monroe. I'm
Uh-huh.
banking that he's. I'm not saying he's Don Showers. There will never be another Don Showers, you know. But
No.
I
Mhm.
think he's the guy that can get West Monroe back to what they were in the 2000s and in the early 2010s, where
Mhm.
they're competing for state championships. He's got the players bought into that program, and they got some exciting talent over there. The best
Yeah,
player on the
West Monroe.
team
Yeah.
might be a freshman, RJ West, who we
Quarterback.
might not see a whole bunch of, but he's gonna be exciting whenever he does touch the field. So I think they might be a year too early for on West Monroe, but I think they're definitely headed in the right direction.
I could tell you this, and you live up there. You in North Louisiana. The people of West Monroe is getting excited.
Yeah,
And when
they
they get
are.
excited, we know what they know something.
That's
West
right.
Monroe is gonna be. They coming back. They're on their way. Don't it might not like you said. It might not be this year. It might be a little early, but you're gonna see West Monroe and New Orleans at least next year, years after that, back to back. I would say they're gonna be
Yeah,
there.
that's right. That's
Mhm.
right, man. So that's what we got for y'all on the divisions, the top 10 teams in each division. It's it's making me want football even more talking about all these teams, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited for some jamborees
you
to
ready for
kick off.
Bayou Jam?
Oh yeah, Bayou Jam, best jamboree in the state, man, by far, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it
By
ain't it
far.
ain't close. Man, you saying state championship teams play for 15-minute halves. Like, come on, man. How I get better
Yeah.
than that?
I mean, then it's I mean, you gotta look at it, it's all at one venue, man. I mean, it started
Yeah,
off
man.
OCS St. Fred's. Then you got Mangum, who played for a state championship, playing Delhi
Hmm.
Charter. Then West Monroe Neville, the end
That's
to
crazy.
end night one. Day 2, you got Beekman Charter, Jonesboro Hodge, Ravel, Richwood, Oak Grove versus Gina, two teams we
Crazy.
talked about. Uh,
Uh-uh.
then you got the defending champs, Washita taking on West Washita. And how about this one? The nightcap, the main event, Pop Houston versus
Oh, wow.
Mom
Bro, I'll come down there.
Evangel
I'll come up there just to see that game.
versus Ruston, 7 p.m. on the 29th
You ain't gonna
at
find a
Merriman
better
Stadium.
jamboree. The jamborees
Oh,
down south watered down.
I can't
They
hate,
watered
man.
down.
I will say I gotta give credit to the people who put that jamboree together for making it
Hmm.
what the event it is. It's grown over the last 20 years, man. And as you see, you got the who's who of teams up here pretty much taking part in it. So it's fun for the
That's
fans.
crazy.
It's
Yeah,
fun for the teams. You know, it's what high school football should be about, man.
that's right. Every we need to take heed in Washington Parish. We need to get better jamborees because what we doing now is that's we don't need jamborees. Like we need to bring it back to good stuff.
Yeah.
We
Well,
got too many different schools surrounding the parish. Like
yeah.
we play North Pike. I mean, I know we close to Mississippi. I know y'all gonna pick on us, but come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
We got to get
I'm with
somebody on the schedule.
I'm with you. But that's all we got for y'all on this episode. We'll be back soon breaking down some of our favorite games of the week ones in this year's season. We might drop some more stuff before then. Y'all just stay tuned. Make sure y'all follow the Bayou Recap on social media and follow No Chill Sports on YouTube so y'all can stay up to date with what we dropping and when we dropping it. Anything you got before we close out, Chris?
That's it, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the time. This is gonna be a fun year. I'm ready to see
Sure.
Pop Houston. I'm ready to see Ahmad Hudson. Man, it's gonna be fun. I'm ready to see John Curtis. I want to see what Coach Curtis got up. Let's get it, man. I'm ready. I'm excited.
It's that time, man. Once again, appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be
Go
back
Raiders.
next time.
Do it again. Watch me win. Then watch me do it again.